Hi there, it's me, Loot. Welcome to this quick explainer video for the Loot Lasso Portfolio Rebalancing Calculator. This powerful and free tool helps solve a common challenge for investors: how to rebalance your portfolio across multiple accounts, like your 401k, IRA, and brokerage accounts, while being smart about taxes. Let's dive into some key features. Number 1, tax efficiency. The calculator prioritizes tax efficiency. It avoids suggesting sales of investments within your taxable brokerage accounts. This helps you potentially avoid capital gains taxes that can come with selling appreciated assets in those accounts. Number 2, account locking. You have the option to lock specific tax-advantaged accounts, like IRAs or 401ks. Why? Maybe you have an HSA with only one great, low-cost fund you don't want to touch. Or perhaps you're only adding money to one specific account and don't want the calculator suggesting changes in others. Locking an account tells the calculator not to suggest any buys or sells within that specific account during the rebalance. And number 3, this is guidance, not advice. Remember, this calculator is a powerful guide, but always double-check the results before making trades. Loot Lasso provides tools and information, not personalized investment advice. Let's talk about the rebalancing threshold. Think of this as your comfort zone for each asset class. It defines how far an asset's actual allocation can drift from your target before you might consider it significantly off track. For example, let's say your target for U.S. stocks is 60%, and you set a rebalancing threshold of 10%. Your acceptable range, or band, is 54% to 66%. If your U.S. stocks are currently at 63%, they're within the band. This threshold number doesn't actually change the rebalancing calculations the tool performs. However, after you input your numbers, the calculator will show you if any of your current allocations have drifted outside the tolerance bands you've set. It's a useful check. Now, let's set our desired allocations. You can customize this based on your specific investment strategy. For this demo, we'll use the simple 3-fund portfolio: 60% U.S. stocks, 30% international stocks, and 10% U.S. bonds. Great. Next, we will input the current values of our investments, starting with the taxable accounts. For this demonstration, I'll create 2 taxable accounts. Account 1, let's nickname it Schwab. I'm depositing $1,000 into this account today. Currently, it holds $1,000 in U.S. stocks, $1,000 in international stocks, and $500 in U.S. bonds. Account 2, nicknamed Fidelity. I'm not depositing any new money here right now. This account holds $2,000 in U.S. stocks, $1,000 in international stocks, and $500 in U.S. bonds. Notice how the totals update automatically as we add the investment values. Now, let's input our tax-advantaged accounts. We'll create 2 here as well. First, the 401k. I'm depositing $3,000 into this account. It currently holds $3,000 in U.S. stocks, $2,000 in international stocks, and $1,000 in U.S. bonds. The second tax-advantaged account is a Roth IRA. This one holds $3,000 in U.S. stocks and $2,000 in international stocks. I'm not depositing new money here, and I'm going to lock this account because I specifically want to keep only stock funds in it for now. Okay, all the numbers are in. Let's look at the results. First, check the overall portfolio summary table shown below the pie charts. This gives you the big picture. You'll see rows for each asset class, U.S. stocks, etc., your target percentage, the current value before rebalancing and deposits, and the current percentage. The next column flags if any asset class is currently outside the rebalancing bands we set earlier. Finally, the last column shows the calculated post-rebalancing values and percentages for your entire portfolio. In this initial example, you can see the calculator brings the overall portfolio right back to our target allocations. Now let's drill down to the account level rebalancing actions. First is our Schwab taxable account. We added $1,000. The table shows exactly how to allocate that $1,000 deposit to help reach the overall portfolio balance. Remember, the calculator doesn't suggest selling anything here to avoid potential taxes. Next, the Fidelity taxable account. Since we didn't add new deposits and the tool avoids selling in taxable accounts, there are no actions suggested for this specific account. But including its value was crucial for calculating the overall portfolio balance correctly. Moving to the tax-advantaged accounts, here's the 401k. We added $3,000. In this particular starting scenario, the portfolio was close enough to balanced that the rebalancing is achieved simply by directing the new $3,000 deposit appropriately within the 401k. No selling was needed even here. Finally, the Roth IRA results. As expected, since we locked this account, the table shows no changes, no buying or selling recommendations within the Roth IRA. Now let's explore the calculator's power by changing a few things. First, let's unlock the Roth IRA and see what happens. Look at the tax advantage results now. By unlocking the Roth, the calculator can use both the 401k and the Roth IRA to rebalance efficiently. It now suggests buying and selling within both accounts to distribute the rebalancing workload. Notice the overall portfolio balance in the summary table still hits our targets, but how it gets there changes by utilizing the unlocked Roth IRA. Okay, let's relock the Roth account. Now let's create a more challenging scenario. Let's say the U.S. bonds in the taxable Fidelity account are actually much higher, say $5,000 instead of $500. Now look at the overall summary. Things are quite far from our targets. U.S. stocks are too low, international stocks happen to be within the desired band, but U.S. bonds are way too high. The calculator correctly flags U.S. stocks and U.S. bonds as being outside their tolerance bands. Because we have large amount of bonds stuck in a taxable account, where the calculator avoids selling, and not enough new money or flexibility in tax-advantaged accounts to fully counteract it, the calculator can't perfectly hit our targets this time. However, you can see that it gets the portfolio as close as possible within the constraints. In the Schwab taxable account, the $1,000 deposit is now directed entirely to U.S. and international stocks, trying to compensate for the excess bonds elsewhere. No changes in the Fidelity taxable account, no deposits and no selling. Now look at the 401k. The calculator suggests selling the entire U.S. bond holding within the 401k and using that money plus the $3,000 deposit to buy more U.S. and international stocks. It's using the flexibility of the tax-advantaged account to do the heavy lifting. And in the locked Roth IRA, nothing changes as requested. This demonstrates how the calculator optimizes tax efficiency and works within the rules you set, even in tricky situations. We hope this walkthrough helps you understand how the Loot Lasso Portfolio Rebalancing Calculator works and how powerful it can be. It's designed to simplify rebalancing across multiple accounts while keeping tax implications in mind. Feel free to experiment with your own numbers, explore our educational articles, and take control of your portfolio rebalancing. And always remember to use this calculator as a guide and verify the results. Loot Lasso does not provide personalized investment advice.